Mike's 50. Pick me up. Here we go.
Ready.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he finds Fitzgerald. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. On first down, Drake. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. Third down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 at their own 21. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
On the ready.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Finding room at the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down now, it's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Baker with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adrian Claiborne. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
17 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Indy. What we got? What we got? Slam. Blue draw Corker. Right out.
He'll look to throw. It's complete to Drake. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in his career.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Good. 50 seconds to Mike. Let's go.
Now Wilson on first down. It's caught. Lock it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
You got it.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On third down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The 11-time Pro Bowler Larry Fitzgerald still has it. His production did take a dip last year on the heels of 3 straight 1,000-yard campaigns. He's in the back half of his 30s now. What a career it's been. Coming into this year, over 1,300 receptions, 116 of those for touchdowns, and second only to Jerry Rice in career receiving yards. Pretty spectacular. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now back to throw.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
On the stick.
2nd and 3. Looking sideline, incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I think that was a good job there.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They go play action here on first down. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson throwing again. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Carson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Back to throw here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson looking downfield for Jones. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Corey Peters there to bring him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. There's Wilson to throw. He'll check that down to Carson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. This is Carson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Man, I got you. Man. 14.
Now it's Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They run it with Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he finds Fitzgerald.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll look to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's caught by Hollister. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The Seahawks on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
57, Mike. 57, Mike, 57.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. It's caught. Jones. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
57
On the delay, here's Carson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out right at the 35. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd down and inches. It's complete to Drake. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Drake. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
2nd and 11. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They run again with Carlton. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He completes it to Jones. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he hits Drake. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Andy Lee now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. The clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Easy.
On 1st down, Carlton. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
36.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. Carson, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Alert.
Throwing now is Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that, because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Seahawks, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone.